So we switched from the traditional pedal bikes to e-bikes. So my wife has this Townie Go. After a whole year trying to stay up with her with the pedal bike and almost dying, I said, you know, I'm going to get an electric bike. But I need to put a bag. I need to carry my my keys, my wallet, my phone, glasses. I could make a bag here on the back of this, but I don't want to take off this light as it flashes pretty good and cars behind me see me. So I feel a little better about that. I got a nice spot right in here. Maybe I can think of something to hang off the bottom of my seat and clamp on this rail. It's pretty much free real estate. The front bar is a little bit busy. I could take off this beverage holder. I don't really need it. I don't break a sweat when I'm on an electric bike. It'd be convenient in the front to be able to just unzip or unsnap and grab my phone if I need it or something. So anyway, I'm gonna make some kind of leather bag for my bike. So if you want to follow along, please do. Let's get at it. I've cut 2 circles. So I just used the skiving knife and cut them out. So this is the size I need. Maybe I'll take a little bit off here just so it's easier to fold. I'm just going to be bending. Somewhere in this vicinity. Jeez. Alrighty, enough of that. Let's get these guys in the water. I don't know if you could hear the bubbling. That's all the water getting into the hide. I'm going to use wire ties. This is all I had available, so keep your fingers crossed. This is going to be the face. I'm going to curl this out and then I'm going to bring the bag around this side. It's not the same color, but maybe I'll dye them or something. Okay, let's see what happens here. So I'll let these dry tonight. And tomorrow we'll snip off the tie downs here, the wire ties, and see what we have. I started to pan around and see what I had for leather, and I found this. Well, that's nice. I just put a wet paper towel from doing the wet molding on top of it, but oh well, it'll dry. I have this piece, and it's veg tan. See, where did I get this? I got this from Buy Leather Online. It's the only time I've used this. It was pretty decent. I got a fish tan shoulder, 7-ounce camel brown. I've used it. I don't know what. I probably made a wallet or something out of it. But anyway, I got this piece, and this section is just right, just big enough to to do the back. I cut these out of paper. I figured, well, let me start there before I wreck some leather. And so these are the sides that are drying on the paint cans. So that's this. This outside piece is this leather I just showed you. And then I need, so I'm gonna cut a flap. I'm gonna put a flap on it, and so the cutout's gonna be there. It's large enough to fit my phone through and my glasses, and it should be just right to hold everything. It's just wide enough to fit on my handlebar. I'm gonna come in like a 1/2 inch and then put some straps. I don't know yet exactly how I'm doing that, but I need a piece for this cover. I'm going to stitch across here, so these will connect here, stitch, stitch, the cover across the top. I found this piece I have. This is really nice, and it's heavier. It's heavier than this. I have a paper with it, russet tooling leather, Wicked and Craig. 6 to 7 ounce. So, see, what did I say this was? 7 ounce? I don't think so. But this feels more like it. So, it's pretty close in color. I don't know. I'm going to go dig around, and I might have something dark maybe. It might look nice against this. Dye the caps, because those are kind of 2 different colors. All right, just came in from outside. Just finished the stitch. And maybe tonight I can start working on the side caps. Someday I'll have lights on all corners of my basement work area here. Really want to get this glued, so it's drying while I'm out. I'm going to use what's left of this contact cement. I know we used the 315 on the cover here. I like that because it doesn't stink, but right now the dye stinks, and so let's just get this done. So I'm going to put on the side. This really needs to be thinned out. I think I have some acetone up here somewhere that could help with that. Should have put on the respirator between this glue and the dye. Okay, it's about 9:30 p.m. Just getting back down here in the basement. So let's try to get a little bit of work done. Okay. Now I have to use the you.All and go through this layer. I'm going to use my cork as usual, because I don't want to go into my hand. I'm going to pause the camera because this is going to take a while. I just finished stitching up one side. This leather I grabbed is very soft. If this comes out okay and I make another version, I'll probably use a heavy veg tan, maybe like a 5/6 or something. This feels like a 2/3, I don't know. Anyway, I just want to see if it worked. You know, to see if I can make one. But for now, I'm going to unplug because we went riding today, so we're riding tomorrow. So that battery's charged. Both bikes are charged again. I'm going to unplug and put in this little Dremel grinder I have. We'll see how this works, if I can even these up a little bit. If this works, this will be good. So we'll see what happens. Doesn't look as bad as I thought it was. I know I came in with the you.All not perfect, and when I cut this with a knife it wasn't perfect, but some of the stitches look a little off on the back side here, but overall it's not too bad. I get a little wave here. First one, you learn, so the next one you do it a little bit better. Yes, I have made a decision concerning my bike pack. This is what I had laying around, and this is a first time try, one of. But the leather that I chose is pretty thin, pretty flimsy, and the fact that it just collapses so easily kind of bugs me. So I made a decision to glue some stuff in there. I have some reinforcement material I bought from Rocky Mountain. I must have used it on something because I have a cut here. I can't remember what I made where I used it. Probably like a bag or something with some fairly thin leather, and I must have wanted to beef it up a little, so I probably glued this on the inside. But I have my pattern that I made for this bag, so I'm gonna cut a piece of this just to kind of fit in the the main area, in the center area, and I'm not going to bother trying to go around the strap holes and all that. It's not that critical, but I do want to kind of, I want to see if this will be a little firmer with that. So I was going to start doing the straps, but I'm going to do this this reinforcement stuff first. So
So this is the end result of the bag. Fits good on the handlebars. Some of the things that went wrong. So this is a first one. So I could change things as I go. But one, my wife asked me why didn't I do black to match the bike, but I didn't have black leather, and I pretty much used stuff laying around, including hardware, just to use it up and try this out. So you might have seen in the video me cutting a snap off. This was over maybe 1/8 of an inch. It didn't line up with the button easily, so I cut it off and I redid it. Another thing that I didn't do quite as neatly as I should have is when I was going around with the die, I slipped off with the marker and hit the face, and that doesn't come off. But that was just because I was rushing and filming, and I mean, it's my own bag, so you really don't, you know, you're not as careful as if it was for someone else. When I stitched the flap on, I ran this line here, but when I lifted it, it was pulling away right in here because this was so far away. So, and this flap comes like all the way over here underneath where these glue together. So I said, I'll just run a stitch. So that's why these are there, but it was still pulling apart, and I was having a space here. So I was like, screw it. I don't like that. I don't want it to be pulling away, so I just slammed a couple of cap rivets in here. So I got a little fold there, which kind of bugs me. I think if I do this again, maybe I'll get the black leather. And maybe I'll run these straps right around the front for the cover. And then I don't have to mess with the magnets. And you might have seen me adding some more holes in here and shortening the straps. The strap was hanging down a little bit. I wanted to bring it up a little bit tighter, and then this was sticking out way out here, so I snipped them back. Normally I would have left a tail there without a hole, but it's solid. It's not going anywhere, and you know, looks okay. But the main thing is that it serves the purpose that I don't have to throw all my gear in my wife's basket, and if my phone rings, I can just stop and boom, it's right here. I can answer. So, and then I got all my other junk in there. Oh, you saw me add the reinforcement, and that really did tighten this up quite a bit. And I put it on the flap too, so that makes it a lot tougher. But yeah, next time I'll go with some good size veg tan, maybe 8-9 or something, and do a killer bag. I'm not sure how what I would use for the side, because that was tough getting through there. Oh, again, another thing that I wasn't happy with that I did was I used the pricking iron to make these holes, but I had to bring them through this heavy veg tan, and I used the awl going through. I probably wasn't going in perfectly straight, so my stitch line on the inside's a little wonky. When I was cutting around here with the knife, did videotape it, but I probably didn't hit the video record button because I couldn't find that part, but I just ran the knife around. So I'm not very good with this camera yet. Turns off on me a lot like it just did, so I got to go in and check and see if I actually just did record what I thought I was. Anyway, so that's the bag. I'm okay with it. It's gonna work for me fine. If I do a new one, you know, maybe I'll get some black leather. I'm gonna get a heavier veg tan. Maybe I'm gonna run a strap right around the whole front with the cover, with a strap sewn right on it. Then maybe I'll buckle it or something. But for now, I mean, I'm happy with it. It's gonna do the job. So if you have any questions,
I know my video was a little bit choppy. My computer was not keeping up with me, and it was totally aggravating in iMovies. Maybe I gotta find something better, but anyway, if any comments, please leave them. Any questions, leave them in the comment section, and I'll answer you. So thanks for watching, and come back for another video. Or click one of these that are coming up if you want to watch something else. All right, appreciate it. Thank you. See ya.